Fireside chat. If you ever want to get a really good fire going, make sure your wood is dry. Make sure it's been aged at least a month or two, depending on the log size. If it's over like 4 inches or so, you don't want to let that sit for about 3 months or so. It'll help dry it out so it can burn properly. Right now I'm using pinion wood. It says not for cooking, but I mean I don't really give a fuck. I'm a cowboy. Back then they just hacked shit down and burnt it. And as long as it's not like poison ivy or something, it's fine. Everything gives you cancer these days, so what do I give a fuck? Just take your antioxidants. That's why I ate fruit and meat together all the time. By the way, if you're trying to look at reducing cancer rates, antioxidants. Cancer is basically oxidation of the cell, which causes issues with genetic things and stuff like that. Basically, you take like berries and vitamin C, stuff like that. They're antioxidants. What they do is they have different charges compared to what the chemicals are that are running through your body, and what they do is they neutralize them by giving them an electron, and that kind of sets them at a neutral stance. That doesn't damage your cell, because what happens is normally you're supposed to get electrons from the food you eat and stuff like that. But if they're drawing electrons from your cell, it's basically killing your cell. It's basically taking energy out of your cell. That's kind of like what cancer is, and over time, that slow damage causes, damage to your DNA, stuff like that. In a basic sense, it's basically all just oxidation of cells. Life itself just causes cancer. Just giving you all a heads up. So, at some point, we all die. Until we can unlock the ability like lobsters or crocodiles, where we can... I think stem cells are going to be the key to eternal life. Because stem cells basically have the ability to take haploid genetic code, and then they can, replicate it and use it as a base new set. If you could find some way to generate new haploid genetic code or new stem cells in your body, then you're basically immortal. That's literally, on a biological sense, that's what immortality is just being able to replicate your cells and replace them faster than they decay. See, the problem is our cells have something called telomeres, which are kind of like aglets at the end of a shoelace. Those little plastic things. At some point, they eventually get worn out and they fray, and then the shoelace just comes undone and it looks like crap. That's kind of like what happens with your DNA. When, stuff frays off and it comes out and it just goes all over the place, and the cell becomes cancerous, or it loses parts of its DNA. And it normally, what it's supposed to do is do something called apoptosis, where it's supposed to kill itself. And they've actually found that cannabis and other certain compounds can actually increase apoptosis in cells that actually have damaged cells. So cannabis, when eaten, not smoked, because when you smoke it, you cause carbon and oxidation and a bunch of other shit, which can in turn lead to other things. And that's not even including the atherosclerosis. Sorry. Which is basically the artery clogging, the plaque that builds up, basically due to smoking. Marijuana, when eaten, can actually help reduce these issues, as well as garlic and a bunch of other herbs and spices and stuff like that. These medicines can actually help. I'm right next to Tinker, so we got a plane coming in. Hang on just a minute. Y'all hear that? These motherfuckers get loud. That one wasn't directly above us, but it was close enough. So, anyway, now that the passengers have gone by and gotten their way there. Oh shit! Dropped my vape. By the way, just letting you know that this shit right here, this Voodoo Ranger, this motherfucker at like 9.5, this shit's like a glass of wine. This shit hits like a brick shit house. Just telling you. I am a functional alcoholic. As far as I know, I'm the only one in my family that hasn't needed some kind of intervention. So. I got a chicken under there. It's smoking, of course, because you know I like me some chicken. You know what's really good is if you get you some shoe peg white corn, you roast it good enough, you get it to this kind of consistency where it's like kind of dried out a little bit. Kind of like, tastes a little bit like popcorn. It's actually really good. Not too bad. So I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I'm poor. I got missing teeth. And somehow I still snagged me a grade A wife. Now I'm just going to let you know it's probably because of your personality. And I'm living proof that you don't need money or looks to snag a wife. If you're trying to go after a woman and you got your shit in order and she ain't reciprocating, she's not godly. She ain't for you. You need to move on and you need to find something else. You need to find a woman that's about to look past the fact that you got missing teeth from people throwing rocks at your ass when you were in grade school and you got like a fucking half missing front teeth in your mouth. You need a partial, you know. She'll look past that. And also, not only will she look past that, but if she's even godly enough and she's that badass like my wife is, she will end up putting up her own credit to get like care credit or a credit card or something to help you get a partial, because she believes in you and believes in your soul and believes in your ideals and believes in your vision. That's what my wife did. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have had the ability to get some of the jobs that I do. I work for myself, you know, hand out my cards. I do landscaping, agriculture, stuff like that. Basically, if it doesn't require a license, I can get it done. The only reason I can't do anything without a license is because I really do not want to work for some stupid company for X amount of years to prove that I know what I know. I already done my time. Hang on, my cats are fighting. Hobbs, leave Mooster alone. Come on, baby Lee. Go on in. Where's Moo? Where you at? Hobbs, what you doing? Quit fucking with the other cats. You're a good boy. Come here, bud. Come here, Hobbs. Come here, bud. I need to shut the garage. Come on. Yeah, come here. Hey, wait. Oh, come on. No, come on, buddy. I'm gonna shut the garage so you don't freak out and go out the front. Oh, shit. Alright, I gotta turn that on. And there we go. There's been a lot of updates that I haven't been keeping up with, so I'll go ahead and give you the rundown. So my laboratory right now is completely condensed with a bunch of shit. That will be where I put my computer and everything else once I get all this crap organized and done with something. The only problem is this. The previous owner did not vent their dryer out into the outside, and they vented it into the garage. This is what you get. This is why we have codes, people. Because if you do not vent your fucking dryer out into the outside world, you're going to end up... Do you see the amount of black mold? I'm getting cancer just standing in this motherfucker. Alright? Like, I'm sitting... That's like 20 packs of cigarettes. Alright? Like, that's not a joke. Like, what the fuck is this? It was just a giant... You see that plywood right over there? Right on the side of this fucking... board, that was all this shit right here. So I told my landlord, and he was like, what the fuck? He didn't even realize either. This shit looked old enough that I was like, the landlord did not do this. There's no way the landlord did this. This shit's been here for years. Because it's like warped. It's peeling off. I'm like, there's no way within 3 months of this lady passing and him obtaining it that shit happened. That is years worth of fucking mold buildup and everything. So all this shit is going to be removed. Told my landlord about it. He's cool with it. He said, get rid of it, buy the boards, and I'm going to take it off your bill. Because I'm a badass, and I said, I'll do it for free as long as you pay for the materials. And that's how you get in good with your landlord. If you're smart enough to do the damn job, do the fucking job. Like, seriously, because if you want something done right, you're going to have to do it yourself. Do you see this bullshit right here? What the fuck is this? There's no supporting beam. If I were to crawl up there or there was anything else up in this motherfucker, this whole shit would crawl. Look at this. Watch. You could see this bitch moving. I'm barely putting any weight on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting a 2x4 that goes down like this. And then I'm going to be putting a 2x4 that goes down like this. I'm going to be redoing this entire fucking door. I'm going to be putting a 2x4 right down here and right down there. And then, I mean, if I can do it. It's probably somewhere around right here. I'll put a 2x4 right here. And then the dryer can go right here. Facing this way so that we open it up like that or like this. And then the vent can dry out there or it can dry out there. And that's within the 3 feet of a condensing unit. And that's within code. See, my problem is that it has to be within code. And with this fucking garage, my landlord's got to move this. Where is it? There it is. That 240 volt. He's got to put that shit over here. Or over here so that I can get this shit in here and make this all work. And then not only that, but I'll be upgrading his property value because now this shit will actually be up to code. Maybe he'll take it off my bill. Maybe he'll hire me and I'll be able to get some money from him. And I'll just be like, take it off my bill. And then, you know, maybe at some point I'll be able to rent it or own it or something. But yeah, all that trim, that's going. No, I'm turning this entire thing into a laboratory. Like all that trim that looks like dog shit, I'm about to replace that. About to caulk all that in. Put some insulation in these walls. I'll put my own fucking bill up for that just to make sure that this bitch stays fucking insulated. Because I'm about to put a AC unit and shit in here to make sure that it stays to temperature. Because I can't have it be all wonky and shit. And not only that, but this door got to stay closed. That door got to stay closed. Of course, I already got, some warnings and stuff on here in case any dumbasses want to come into the fucking place. I'm about to put my wasps in here. Probably hang them up on that wall right there. Mount them up there. And then let them just fly around and do their thing. And they can go out the window right here. And I'm about to put a doggy door that has a tag unit for my cat that comes in and out of this garage. The outside cat, Hobbs. So that way he can get in, but no other animals can get in. And if they do, well, I'll come out there with the old, .227 varmint rifle on the Ruger, and I'll just, turn him into a fur coat or some gloves or something. Current moment, the landlord's going to be coming out. He's going to have some guy take a 240 volt from our kitchen. He's going to have place one 120 volt out here, one 120 volt out in the front, and in the front I'm going to be making some squeeze-in panels, and we'll be able to push them in, and we'll be able to make a little small greenhouse, at least to get through this first winter. Because this entire backyard right here, this back area, and y'all can't see any of this right now, but there's going to be a big, huge greenhouse that has all of my bananas, my peppers, and everything else. And that's going to house all the tropical fruit, all the spices, and everything else, so I can have year-round harvest. That's basically what I'm going for, is year-round harvest. Oh, look, another plant. Fucking planes. Heard a lot of people tell me I'm Rick, but Rick doesn't have like a moral code and doesn't believe in God. And I have mathematically quantified morality and can prove that God exists. So Rick can go fuck himself. I don't know if we can get portal travel yet, but if we can, I'll do my best to figure it out. Honestly, I tell you the truth right now, with life, it ain't the hand that you dealt, it's how well you can bluff your bullshit. Because if you can fool even the most well-off-handed motherfucker, you'll get by in life. I think it's true what Rick said. It's not really trying to take over the world or stop people from taking over the world. It's to remain so incognito that you're a non-threat to them. I mean, I'm over here, I'm about to get like nuclear materials and shit like that. I'll go through the laws and all the processes to make sure that I do it right. But I'm over here trying to make a fucking, whatever the fuck in my garage. I'm like, I don't care. I'll do whatever I want to do. I'll make sure I loophole those laws. In the end, if it ain't a moral issue, I don't give a fuck. I quantified morality, so I think I have an idea of exactly what morals are. I'll be doing a video on that later. As you can all see, hang on, let me walk through this jungle. Got this nice, beautiful, double-sided whiteboard. Yeah, boy. I'm about to put this up somewhere, and I'll do my Masala equation, which is your moral action times your self-reflective action times your life assessment action. Masala will give you your moral weight, and depending on that, I actually have a system that takes your moral actions and gives them weight, and then that's called your shit factor. And depending on how shitty of a person you are, really, well, it just tells you how shitty of a person you are. So, there you go.